Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Factorio. This would be episode 28, I want to say. Hopefully this episode will get a little bit closer to our rocket, which is almost done. Um, we haven't built a satellite yet, I realize. And we kind of need one of those for the rocket, so lots of rocket fuel, lots of low-density structures. Let's grab a couple low-density structures and some rocket fuel. Just for funsies, I'm gonna just drop another chest here where I'm gonna collect stuff for the satellite as time goes on. That seems to work pretty well. Yeah. I know I haven't updated this Let's Play in some time now, almost like a week or two, but I had, if any of you guys are watching my RimWorld Let's Plays, I had some wisdom teeth that needed to get removed, and that was unpleasant, and then I just kinda stopped paying attention for a little bit. Um, One thing I'm gonna do is I am going to trash this flamethrower and the ammo for it, and I'm gonna have one of the robots bring me my submachine gun, which I have no idea where I left it. Absolutely no idea. So, yeah. Do we have the machine gun yet? Nope. There's the machine gun. Excellent. Alright, the reason I'm doing that is because, well, I've got my combat shotgun for regular outdoors combat. Rocket launcher is for, I guess, base demolition and crowd control a little bit. Um, and then the machine gun is for when I'm actively fighting people inside my base, where like a combat shotgun would just, I'm pretty sure I have more furnaces. As you can see, like combat shotgun's just gonna ruin my base. Whereas like submachine gun will hit the enemies but not the stuff. As opposed to that, which will just blow up everything. I don't think I have a new mine. I should probably get a new mine. Zoop. It's nice to have a factory that can rebuild itself. Anyway, I've been doing a little bit of experiments with different modules and which ones are better. And I kinda like production modules. I've been using them extensively in my other factory, but I'm not sure if they're actually better or for production than like the speed and efficiency combo that I've got going on here. Even though I am fairly certain that speed is better. Um, I I'm not sure exactly how to explain it, and I haven't actually done the numbers, but for some reason the productivity modules usually, like if you've got two level 2 productivity modules, then they do plus 6% productivity but minus 15% speed. So, say I've got two of them, that's minus 30% speed, so everything's getting crafted 30% slower. And I'm crafting 1.12 things at a rate of zero point 0.7 crafting speed. So it doesn't really balance out, I guess. useful for raw resources, I've found. So if you've got like productivity modules in all your furnaces, then your furnaces are going to be making more iron than they're actually consuming. And that I think is extremely useful, especially with non-vanilla. Um, Again, RSO mod, it's awesome. One thing I found with RSO mod is you pretty much always have something to do. In most cases, it is taking control of and exploiting new sources of resources. As opposed to, like, if I start running low on iron, I can just build a couple mines here and a couple mines there, and copper, I just build a couple mines there, stone. The resources are far enough apart where you actually have to plan an expansion, figure out a way to run a train out to there, that kind of thing. I think it ends up working a lot better. Um, I don't like that these two miners are barely working. So what I'm gonna do is split and balance. Let's see here. Doop 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 do. Split and balance. It seems to work fairly well in almost every case. And now we've got free miners everywhere. Um, yeah, I guess a factor in that is that I'm pretty sure the settings were set to very high resources on this playthrough just to make it somewhat simple. Um, Not a bad thing, but you know. Uh, so this is definitely a much less, I guess, intense game than the ones that I've been playing lately. Let's grab some concrete. And let's concrete up. See if we can finally finish off this little peninsula. Or would it be... No, I guess it's not really a peninsula, because it's connected here and it's connected here by two, I think they're called isthmus. They're like short little piece of land that connects to bigger pieces of land. Isthmus. I haven't done I haven't done anything with like geological formations since middle school, so my pronunciation and or understanding may be a little flawed. Um, not a huge problem. Anyway, by the way, I've decided that no logistic robot playthrough is very viable. Um, it does require some planning and several rebuilding steps. So I mean, like, this mess I couldn't make without logistic robots. Um, it just wouldn't work. But my other playthrough, I had to do a little bit of factory planning at the beginning, and then as soon as I got construction bots, I literally just tore the whole thing down and started from scratch, just to rebuild with like a pseudo bus. So it's not really like a bus in the sense that I don't have, everything going on one line. I just have a little. I guess the factory is sort of a similar size. So imagine if you've got like 20 iron smelters here, 20 copper smelters here, and then just two belts of iron and copper going around like that. As well as, you got like this little electronics or green circuit set up on the bus, and coal is on the bus as well. And then I have a train station for all of the trains that are bringing in raw resources from wherever. because it's RSO mod, so I can't just be like, oh look, there's some resources already in the middle of my factory to use. Um, and then I kind of have to plan things out a little bit, and like I've got a science block that I downloaded from Reddit, and well, not downloaded. I looked up a picture on Reddit and then just rebuilt the science block that they used in my factory. Um, it's a pretty cool science block. I like it, and I mean I use it to pretty great effect. Research is not a problem. But my oil system's getting a little bit more complex than that Let's Play, so that's the one downside. Too much oil complexity. I I'm sorry. I just said in that Let's Play it's not a Let's Play. It's one of my private games that I'm just playing. Um, so no confusion. All right. We appear to be having some purple circuit difficulties, like major purple circuit difficulties. Specifically, why are purple circuits? I'm just gonna start taking them from everywhere else they're being used because I need more of them. Is this the only purple circuit foundry that I have? I think it might be. Okay. That's not good. I'm gonna need another purple circuit foundry. I wonder if I can, somehow feed that sulfuric acid out of here. And I think the answer to that question is a firm, resounding no. Although, maybe like, did along there? I'm gonna try to do that this episode. Let's see here. Ooh. I think that might be doable, actually. Make a couple underground pipes. Go something like this. Oh. Okay. Excellent. I know it wouldn't be particularly hard to just make another chemical plant that produces sulfuric acid somewhere over here, but this is much more factory-like. Already got a huge tank of sulfuric acid. Why not use it? Doop doop ah. Yeah, I guess we could just stick it here. So sulfuric acid, provider requester. Life will be good. Let's go back to our actual tank. And excellent. Now let's make a yellow producer or a yellow crafting factory. And we got sulfuric acid en route. And a bunch of iron just got dropped in my inventory. Yeah, I gotta say, the most annoying thing about playing without logistic robots in my other Let's Play, in my other playthrough, I'm sorry, it's not a Let's Play once again, is just the fact that you can't really have logistic slots and logistic trash. So I end up having to run out onto whatever belt or something and always have to get all the resources and then like make sure I don't run out of resources. Whereas here, for example, I'm just kind of like, whatever. The robots will get me. If they don't, then they will. Like I just used up a bunch of iron and I still have 200 iron plates in my inventory without having to go out and pick them up because the robots feed them to me. Same thing with pipe, apparently. Always have 50 pipe. Don't need that anymore. Always have 50 walls, that kind of thing. Um, so I guess inventory management is a lot easier with robots when you have them. Whoa. What have we researched? Cargo size 2. That's excellent. Could discover blue belts. Not sure how useful that would be. Let's just keep working on our logistic robots, because honestly, like, those are probably what is just gonna make this entire factory keep going round until way past the rocket launch stage, which is getting there. 72%. Alright, we need, I think it was 100 low density structures for a satellite. Yeah, 100 low density structures, 50 rocket fuel. Well, I got the 50 rocket fuel. And we're gonna need 100 solar panels. I think I have a solar panel factory somewhere. Let's find out, shall we? I love how instead of saying, oh, let's find out, and then running off to get them from somewhere, I say, let's find out, and I wait to see if any robots bring stuff to me. And it looks like we do have a solar power plant factory. Yeah, of course we do, because we were making these blocks at some point. Now it's a radar block. And 50, 23, 73, 88. Come on, 94. 6 more. 100. Excellent. Let's get rid of that. Put these here. What else do we need for that satellite? 5 radars. We've got 9 radars. Now we have 5 radars. 100 processing units. Almost have that. But not quite. See, let's just do productivity here for funsies. I believe I have another productivity card somewhere. Or another pile of productivity cards, to be more specific. Although, I believe I have... How am I... Yeah, I'm doing great on red and green circuits, so I don't need the productivity. I need speed here. Do we have any speed cards? I'm gonna go with... No, we don't. That's sad. Try to save at least 100 of these things. How's our what's our production say about? It says nothing about purple circuits. I kind of wish you could just like scroll, instead of having the production and the energy screen show you the 16 most important or the biggest consumers of energy. It'll show you everything and let you scroll through so you could see what your production rates are for purple circuits, for example. I don't know. I mean, maybe someone managed to get purple circuits to be in the top 16. Um, Honestly, I mean, it's the internet. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if someone pulled that off. Not necessarily easy, but you know, I if I can envision a clear path to that goal, then someone on the internet has already achieved that goal. Um, yeah. So, I assume that's been done. But at the same time, make life a little bit easier if I could just see if my production for purple cards is significantly negative or only slightly negative, which it appears to be fairly negative. Speaking of, I am gonna do something. Specifically, I am going to do this. Because I think, based on my logistic network, that I am not producing quite enough purple cards still. Let's make another yellow factory. Do I not have a yellow factory? It's like factoryception. I should make a yellow factory. Dang. And shift. What I just did there was shift right click to copy and shift left click to paste. By the way, for those of you that weren't paying attention. Um, Kind of a cool shortcut. Works really well. I like it a lot. And now we have 2 purple card makers. I wonder how we are doing on purple cards now. According to this, still pretty negative. And that's not one of the things I want to be negative, so might even expand it some more. Make RCUs a little bit easier to make. You know what? Let's do that. How am I gonna do this? First off, I want more underground pipes. What if I just, yeah, something like that. It'll work. I'm making a little, large-scale purple card assembly plant here. Gonna need more speed cards for making more yellow assemblers. And a requester and a provider. Yeah, that'll work. You go here, requester, provider, 1, 2, 3, 4, copy settings, well copied, copy settings, rotate down, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. give you guys a little kickstart. And there comes the snake. Zoomp. Why did none of those get dropped off? I really hope they didn't all just run out of charge. But I think they might have all not been dropped off because I dropped off that partial stack. And they're like, oh, there's already some in here. That was weird. Oh well. Long as things are still happening. I gotta say, having logistic robots to rely on after, my entire last playthrough, and I've been playing that playthrough for a while. I've got at least 50 hours in that last factory without logistic robots. And going from that lack of logistic robots to suddenly having logistic robots, it's kind of freeing, Suddenly I don't have to make sure that I have enough stuff in my inventory to do what I want. Some people would argue that's boring. But, I guess whatever floats your boat. Okay, so that copper belt should be filling up eventually. Good. I was a little worried it wouldn't be. Don't I have some explosives lying around? And go put those back in the system. Nope. One more processing unit, and then I have enough for a satellite. Come on, Robert, bring me a processing unit. Or I guess don't. I'll just grab one from there. Excellent. Got the processing units for the satellite. Got the rocket fuel, got the solar panels. We need accumulators. Basic accumulator. Need 100 of you. And, if we've got a factory that's making solar power plants, that means we definitely have an accumulator factory. Man, I need to put in bigger, what's the word? Stopgaps? Resource stoppers? Whatever, the things where you, end up saving resources. Like so. I need to put in bigger those things. So that's what I'm gonna do. Speed up the exploitation. And speed up the use. Two more of those. Excellent. I'm gonna need 10 per side. Perfect. And I'm also gonna need one of these. Oh, that's a little too far. Whoops. Not going to be able to do 10 per side because of this limitation. Oh well. It's not really a limitation. I mean, you can get around it by turning the belt sideways. Then it won't feed onto the next belt. Even though, I mean, since it's like an overflow buffer, if it feeds onto the next belt, that's not really a problem. Because that means that the overflow is completely full. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. That seems to work pretty well for overflow buffers in my other factories. Now, how are we doing on cards? Hey, we're starting to go up on that. We might actually get this rocket built, by the end of the episode. However, wow, we just don't have any accumulators, do we? No? It just took the robots a long time to get them. Okay, cool. Accumulators. Probably should have gotten rid of that from my logistic request before I put it there. But, not counting some low density structures, that should be all I need for my satellite. Of course, it appears that I am not producing enough steel. Excellent. Well, let's make more steel. It's a good way to do that. Let's just do splitter. Furnaces. I know I'm making you somewhere. 22. That's way more than enough. Alright. That'll keep that part going. And these guys will just make steel. Excellent. Where are my red belts? Yeah, didn't have to do that. See, force a habit kind of thing, where, like, I could have just requested red belts, but I didn't because I'm used to not having logistic bots. But I'm going to update my requester settings to include red belts instead. That'll work. Yeah, excellent. Need a bunch more of these guys, though. Stupid tank getting in the way. Alright. Our steel furnaces are almost complete. Now we just need to power everything. And somehow run out of power poles? Really? Alright, robots, bring me wood. Bring me 100 wood. Yeah. Oh, I might need to put a load balancer in here. Or like in here. I'm gonna do that. Let's see here. Da 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 da. Underground belt. Oh, we've already had some. Well, now we got another one. That needs to still get made. And load balancer. Woohoo! Of course, it's not really necessary past this point. But, oh well. We've got one. Just for funsies. I'm also going to speed up this belt a little bit. There we go. How are we doing on wood? Excellent. That's how we're doing on wood. So let's start putting up power poles everywhere. And then we just need one here and one there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 8 provider chests. Perfect. Sweet. Now we can happily burn through all of our iron. Which is... wow. We are really burning through that iron at this point in time. That little steel production might end up crashing my entire iron economy. Well, steel overproduction, I would argue. But hey, we almost have a rocket. It's pretty much episode ending time. This episode, I think I might run a little long just to get that rocket done. Though I guess it kinda depends on how long all of this takes. I'm also a little bit worried about us, the possibility of just running out of iron in this area, which could be bad. Actually, not really. Like, it wouldn't really stop anything too important. Like, it'd stop red belt production and lamp production and iron stick production for the lamps. I guess you could use iron sticks for railways as well, but we haven't even discovered railways because this is the base vanilla Factorio. You don't need railways in vanilla Factorio. Or, well, I guess you probably do, but not at the point where I am. Like, if you're trying to just make the super factory that can produce hundreds of every single possible craftable item in the game while automatically launching 10 rockets every hour, then yeah, you might end up needing trains, because you're just going to be consuming huge amounts of raw resources, so like, this kind of thing won't cut it anymore. But without mods, if you're not just trying to go ridiculously overboard, and prove that you're the best Factorio in the world, not really much point. Hey, we got some more logistic robot speed. Might as well increase the number of logistic slots I have available. That's interesting. So this belt is severely unbalanced, eh? Also, that mine isn't doing anything, so let's take it out. Let's just throw a load balancer in here. And excellent. And now we just get some iron ore to get rid of. There we go. Now we can exploit this little patch of iron faster because half of the belt isn't going to be unbalanced. Which means all the other patches are going to be exploited slower, but whatever. Balanced belt is a happy belt. %93 rocket. Look at that. It's been like 3 minutes since last time I checked, and it was 90. We might actually get this rocket off this episode. I mean, that does mean an extra 7 minutes plus however long it's going to take to get 30 more low density structures for this guy. But I think it should work. Yeah, low density structures are definitely becoming the limiting reagent here very quickly. I wonder if I can make low density structures. Yeah, if I get some plastic, I think I can. Leave a little bit of plastic. Make a low density structure. Take 30 seconds a piece. Wow. Well, I mean, might as well. Like, I'm not really doing anything else with my crafting hands. Wow, we don't even have enough iron flowing through here to power or to feed all 14 steel furnaces. Probably shouldn't have built 14 of those. Yeah. Probably wasn't a great idea, but oh well. Look at that. 96%. Getting better. Getting better. Throw some more copper in there, because why not? Might as well throw the plastic in there as well, because why not? And got another low density structure. Come on, I want to launch this rocket this episode. How long does it take to make a satellite? 3 seconds. Excellent. So as soon as we... wait. 97. That'll probably get it to productivity is currently plus 40. Wow. 97. So next cycle is going to be at 99 and then 100. That works. Makes me kind of happy. And then all we just need is a couple of low density structures for our satellite. Yeah, I think Power Armor 2 works best with 2 fusion cores and 4 fast legs, and then a bunch of shields. And I almost think 2 sets of batteries would be, or 4 batteries and what is that, 6 shields and a roboport would work better. Just random aside, you know. They happen occasionally. Come on, there we go. 98, 99. Almost completed the rocket. Almost. Then we're gonna need 30 more low density structures. That's a lot of low density structures. I might actually make another low density structure factory just to speed this part along. Just stick one like right there. Have them feed into there. Should probably have made this a requester chest. Oh well. Alright, good. It's powered. And 1, 2. Just gonna make another provider chest. Up. I hear the rocket warning siren. Our rocket is complete. Can't launch it yet because we need a satellite. But once we get that satellite, we will have a happy rocket. Now let's put this guy here. Let's get some batteries. You know, I am gonna make a requester chest. And a bunch of batteries. And I am going to put that requester chest here. And I am going to have it request, well, you guessed it. 100 of these, 50 of these, 100 of these, 100 of these, 5 of these, and 100 of these. Why are more being brought? There's already the oh god. Okay. I think it's just gonna double up on solar panels and power stuff. Yay. Not necessarily a bad thing, but not a great thing either. Come on, low density structures, we need 16 more. stop having them get carried over to there. Come on, low density structures. I could use some more steel up here, can't I? Yeah. Let's just dump a bunch of steel in there. That'll speed up production of low density structures. Dump some more steel in there. Where else do we have large piles of steel that are not entirely necessary? Probably not going to need the furnace maker for some time. So, steel. Alright, we have 80, 93, 4. Getting there. $95, $96, $97, $98. I'm gonna start collecting stuff for the satellite. $99. One more. $100. Make a satellite. Rocket inventory. Alright. The moment we've all been waiting for. What? 28 episodes. Launch. See how long we can keep the rocket on the screen. Ah! The rocket has escaped, and we have completed the game in 20 hours with lots and lots of kills. Look at that, we killed almost 5,000 small biters, and we killed 7 big worms, and we killed 3 electric furnaces. I think I killed all 3 of those this episode, as well as 2 electric mining drills, which I also killed this episode. Several different kinds of trees. Killed 909 of one kind of tree, plus 400, plus 150, what, 6, 15... Basically, we killed 1,500 trees. Yeah. Well, that was kind of awesome. So, like, share, comment, subscribe, advise, idea, all the above. Like I said, I'll probably be doing a no-bot, that's no logistic bot, Factorio playthrough as soon as the version 13 gets released. Honestly, I might start doing one before version 13 release, but I think they were supposed to do that in June. Then again, I haven't checked that in like 2 months, so they might have. I think the latest Steam release is still 12/33. So yeah, check out my RimWorld Let's Play. Got one for Season 2. It's Randy Random on Challenge. Little bit interesting. It's definitely not as easy as my first RimWorld Let's Play. Give me some other games to play. You know, I'm thinking I might try one for Life in Bunker. Even though I haven't played that game yet at all, so it'd be like an actual fresh Let's Play. I don't know. I might do one for that. Might not. Well, anyway, like I said, like, share, comment, subscribe, advise, idea, and I'm gonna call this Let's Play ended, even though I might go back and like throw in another episode or 3, just for funsies if I feel like it. So I'm gonna continue instead of finishing the game. But yeah. I will see you guys later. Bye!